monthly Integral Meme Review. Welcome everybody to the Integral community's favorite show, Monthly Integral Meme Review, where you, the good people of my I Am David Long Friends and Fans Facebook group community, submit your memes to me, and we make this video together, and it's awesome. That's right. Big props to my people in the I Am David Long Friends and Fans Facebook group. Hope y'all are doing well. Y'all are my people. If you're not in that group, why are you sleeping on this group? Don't you know where the best community is on the freaking earth? Come on, get on it. Join that Facebook group, link in the description. Let's get into the memes. Whew, I'm fired up about these freaking memes. You don't know, today we got those spiral wizard memes. You know, there are so many regular wizards. They are not the wizards that you want to know about. These are the spiral wizards. I know it sounds magical, it sounds fancy and everything. You could also say, you know, you got your spiral technicians, you got your spiral mechanics, but you also got your spiral freaking wizards. Oh man, we're gonna get into it, don't you worry. Integral 2.0, upgrading your cognitive operating system. That's right, got that cognitive operating system upgraded, thinking about things in bigger and better ways. Are you thinking in 4 quadrants? Are you thinking about stages of development? Are you thinking about lines and states and types and including all those factors? That is a holistic, inclusive, integrative cognitive operating system. Check out my YouTube page and look for that all integral philosophy videos. Learn about this stuff if you don't know. Get those upgrades for yourself. Next, meme. You can literally fit every perspective into this bad boy. Get all your perspectives in there. Integrating all perspectives, all worldviews with skillful overarching standards, understanding the underlying themes. Do you feel me? Next, meme. Oh snap, spiral wizardry. I hope you're a spiral wizard, G. That means that you're operating with the most skillfully integrated system. Spiral technician, changing the world to uplift them. Next meme. What you don't know is a spiral wizard is undercover. They're not like, oh, integral, all in your face. I'm telling you about integral like this because I assume if you're watching this integral meme review, you must be incredibly smart, and you probably have a lot of these ideas online anyways, and you're ready for those upgrades and those integral maps. It's true that perhaps you too could learn to be a spiral wizard. Also, if you like this shirt, you know you do, you know you want one, hit up that Society6 and get yourself one. Next thing, talking to Blue. Do you have a personal relationship with God? The human mind cannot understand God. If you think you know God, you're worshiping a mental idol. Man should be humble, but that's why we have the Bible, right? It was Bronze Age men who wrote the Bible and used it as a tool for control. You're taking someone's word for it. Now they're going home, they're like, what do I know? What do I know? What's happening? Do I even know anything? There's God, but that's right. That's what a spiral wizard can do. You can say a couple sentences and totally f up your whole worldview. And that can be good because it helps with development. If you can be shown the limits of your idea, that's hopefully a step in the right direction of some breakthrough. Talking to Orange. He's got an Ayn Rand book. If you don't know about Ayn Rand, maybe you should know about her, but that's okay. Don't you want to be a successful individual? We live in an interconnected fractal universe. You're part of an ecosystem, and there are ecosystems of life in you. The idea of an individual self is just as outdated, superstitious, and dogmatic of a belief as a belief in God. It's time to outgrow these ideas of a separate individual self. It's true, science and fractals and so all my personal success is just, if you're not helping the greater good, what you call success, I call cancer. Cancer, by the way, is when a cell disassociates from the body and starts reproducing for its own ends. Healthy cells live in accord with the body. Next meme. Whoa, bro. We should love everyone and not be judgmental. If you really care, you will want to make things better for the people and things that you love. Totally, bro. Better is the judgment. We need to make judgments we need to make judgments because skillful discernment, wise decision-making process, wise decision-making is more... Damn it. What's wrong with me? Good moral decisions are judgments. And if you want to help things to be better, you need to make good judgments. Next meme. Yo, f*** the system, bruh. It's totally corrupt. The system made you and everyone you love who and what you are. Bro, are you saying like, love the system, man? Become the system. I hope that's the last stoner meme. Next meme.
Well, if it exists, there's probably something to it. But of course, some ideas are better than others.
That, my friend, is an integral distinction. I have some very practical, powerful, holistic, and integrative maps to show you, my brother. This is awesome. It goes way deeper, but yes.
Yes, it is.
Next meme, your philosophy. Everybody's right, and if you don't think so, you're wrong. All judgments are bad. All claims are wrong. It's better to think that no one is better than anyone else. Those who know don't say, and those who say don't know. I know that we can't know anything. It's hypocrisy, or a performative self-contradiction. I don't know what's happened to me. What's happened to this meme review? This isn't real. This is green screen. Green screen. You don't know about this. You think this picture's real? It's a facade. It's all a lie. It's a lie. Who am I? No one. Nothing. This guy? Yes. What's happening to me? I'm turning into Leo Gura. You guys, I'm everything. I'm nothing. I'm making sense. I'm blathering. I'm killing myself. I'm standing here in front of you. I'm happy. I'm sad. I'm scared. I have no fucking idea what I'm saying. I'm gonna put my face in every thumbnail.
Perfect immortality. Nirvana. Infinite love. There's no more care about anything. I don't care about anything anymore.
Stay on track. Stay on point. What's happening? Am I Leo? Am I just another Leo? I've got to be smarter and sexier than Leo, right? Both bald. That's true. He seems like a nice guy. He's coming from a good place. We both talk to a camera in our place all alone. So alone. What's happened to this meme review? Next meme. The fake green wizard says, all we need to do is burn the whole world's money supply, and then we'll be free. This man is crazy. Don't listen to him. He's not a spiral wizard. He's thinking too simplistically. Next meme. The fake red wizard says,
study the spiral now, goddammit, or I'll turn you into a frog.
Thanks, Joe. Next meme. Oakley dokley, neighbor. The blue false wizard says, hi diddly ho, the integralists shall inherit the earth. Wilber 5-5. Next meme. Merlin. Coaching the young boy on the tools of the transrational thinking. The cup and the sword. You're not going to be able to get those things apart. You cannot pull the sword from the cup or the cup from the sword. What is this man talking about? What is he saying? Cup and a sword, what does that mean? The sword is logic and rationality, and it cuts through the bullshit. The cup is poetry. It's stories. It's the nourishing, life-giving, meaning-giving stuff of life. But they're intertwined because poetry makes sense. It's rational. And logic and rationality are poetic in nature. It's a game, a word game. As we say in Integral, the map is not the territory. The words are not the things. The relative knowledge is not the absolute truth. Next meme. When you need help in an online debate, just tag a spiral wizard in the comments. We will stand for truth, justice. Just tag us. Next meme. Spiral wizard. Shadow monster. I'm just reading the memes. Next meme. For your world-centric care to be really effective, it must be rooted in a cosmocentric perspective. Why is that? Well, let me tell you. It's great and important to care about helping the world. Super important. But it's also good to step way back and to realize, okay, it's just a rock floating in space in infinite time and flux. And what happens right now from this super big picture perspective, everyone I care about and I love is small and all bound to die. And this helps us to really be grateful for all the good stuff that we do get. And from this place of gratefulness and from patience, we can work to try to make things better in a way where we're not going to be so passionate that we lose perspective and forget to be grateful and forget to take our time with other people who are learning at their own pace. Isn't this freaking weird, this integral meme review? Do you like it? If you like it, smash like. I want to see some smash likes if you like it. No one's doing this. Who's doing this? Who's doing an integral meme review? Who's making it fun and colorful for you? I am. Show me some love. Okay, next meme. To all my spiral wizards out there, don't let these first tier muggles get you down, homie. Respect. Next meme. Here's the spiral dynamics meme. Jesus up the spiral. Ready? Here we go. Jesus as a source of guilt and a crutch. Jesus as a magical wish granter. Jesus as a badass, tough warrior rebel. Jesus as king and heavenly judge. Jesus wants to bless you with prosperity. Just send me money, and that's your faith in God, and God will bless you, I promise. Support me on Patreon. I need money. Money, money, money. Send me your money. Thank you. God will bless you. I swear it. I swear to God, God wants you to have money. Money, 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 money. Money, money, money. Money. Send me money. Money. Patreon. Thank you. Jesus was an all-loving hippie, and I heard he went to India for a while because that's where the Buddha is from, and that's where he learned about love, bro. Free love. Yeah. Jesus as a universal archetype, and probably not even really a historical figure if you really research it up. Maybe check some of the debates about it, do some research on it. Doesn't look good for our man Jesus. There's really no good evidence he existed. Anyways, Jesus as a metaphor for me. I am Christ consciousness. I am that I am. It's in the front of my name. Next meme. Jesus Christ. More important Jesus. You got your cool guy Jesus. Of course, Raptor Jesus. I am Velociraptor, by the way. Card Trick Jesus. Nick Cage Jesus. Japanese Jesus. Japanese. I think he's turning Japanese. I think he's turning Japanese. I really think so. New Age Jesus. Sexy Jesus. Zombie Jesus. Brains. I want to eat your brain. Nobody fucks with the Jesus. Black Jesus. Sweet baby Jesus. Jesus. Hologram Jesus. Rifle toting Jesus. Punk rock Jesus. Jesus stands at the door and knocks with your pizza. Will you let him in? He's just knocking and knocking. He continues to knock with your pizza. Let him in, my brothers and sisters. Next meme. Good God! For your chance at $1 million. Money, money, money. Patreon. Thank you. Transrational Jesus is A. Metaphorical. B. Magical. C. Historical. D. Mythical. It was A. Next meme. Alright, another spiral dynamics meme. Recently, my buddy Dave from Black Leadership Analysis and I had a talk about spiral dynamics and hip-hop in my I Am David Long Friends and Fans group. So that'll be out on YouTube soon, but people in my group got a chance to check it out first. Hip-hop at beige. Hip-hop as a form of creativity coming out of deep struggle. Hip-hop as gangs, tribal warfare, and nursery rhymes. Hip-hop in your face with shock, scariness, and violence. Hip-hop goes mainstream and a culture of cool and hugging yourself. Self-love, you know? Hip-hop is big business. Money, 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 money. Patreon. Thanks. Hip-hop cares, you guys. Hip-hop is conscious. Hip-hop is enlightened. If you haven't checked out some KRS-One or some Saul Williams, you definitely should. Hip-hop is integrally informed. Go check out the link to my music and listen to some integrally informed hip-hop. Next meme. The best scientific theories? No. Christian creation myth? No, definitely not. The Buddhist creation myth? Oh yeah. Next meme. Ooh, scientific data. It's looking so nice and secure and beautiful. I could probably replace that with some first-person storytelling. Next meme. Ken Wilber comes up with the pre-trans fallacy and yet commits the pre-trans fallacy. Next meme. That upper left quadrant reductionism is really getting in the way and messing up his whole table being set nicely. Need to fix that. Let's get it in order. Next meme. What is humanity's best hope for survival? Integral revolutionary movement? Metamodernism? Integral business? Get the fuck out of here. I thought you said this guy was a superhuman. Wilber says, I want you to meditate more. I say, I want you to meditate more. and practice more philosophy, and get involved in your community, and take action in the world. Practice spirituality in all 4 quadrants. An integral approach. Imagine that. These next one are some layman Pascal memes. If they say ranking isn't inclusive, just tell them you're ranking levels of inclusivity. Next meme. I'd love to get involved, but there's just so much new terminology to learn. It's really not that hard. As far as philosophy goes, it might be one of the easiest philosophies to really learn with the most benefit. So come on, you can do it. You'll be fine. When you mention integral and all you get back is that fluoride stare. What? Integral? Never heard of it. Fluoride? I don't even know what that means. Fluoride stare. Okay. Next meme. Hey, look at this guy. He's integrally informed. See, no one cares. Next meme. Ha! I like this. Rick and Morty. Love Rick and Morty. Really like this. Next meme. Here I am, slaying that integral shadow monster, that green giant, not so jolly, working on cutting him down. Next meme.
Oh, talk dirty to me, Dexter.
Nested quadratic holarchy. And the earring is a nested quadratic holarchy. Very cool. Nice one, Kai. By the way, if you don't know, I got a couple links to videos that will tell you about what's the deal with these nested quadratic holarchies. Basically, when we deconstruct this idea of tetra arising, on the other side of that, there's actually a whole bunch of nuanced distinctions to be made that haven't been made yet, and it has to do with the arising of the quadrants given different contexts. Anyways, next meme. How often do you see this in integral circles? People psychologizing other people instead of actually dealing with their points. This is one of these hybrid fallacies. It's often a straw man, red herring, ad hominem, this kind of hybrid psychological fallacy. Part of being an integralist means that we're going to deal with psychology, but please also deal with the points. Don't just dismiss a person's arguments and claim to be developmentally higher, as we so often see. That is not a good move. That is not a way to convince anybody of anything except for that you're a jerk. Alright, next meme. Here's the other move you should look out for. It's called the coward's move. It's when a person probably just got owned in a debate, and instead of admitting that they were wrong and changing their mind or being a reasonable person, instead, they dodge the points, they insult you, and they act above it as they run away. Those are basically the moves. Dodge step the point, insult, act above it, run away. The insult, act above it part might actually include the previous psychological fallacy as well, where it's like, I'm more mature than all of you, I have better things to do with my time, I'll see you later. That's basically the coward's move. Next meme. SpongeBob's new integral self is trying to harmonize these different opposites, trying to integrate red and blue. He wants to live for a higher purpose and sacrifice himself for the greater good. But on the other hand, he also has an impulsive desire for instant gratification. Whatever will he do? Or perhaps he's trying to find the synthesis between green and orange to really get it yellow. On one hand, unconditional love, and on the other hand, knowing truth matters. Whatever will he do? Next meme. How far can you extend your hair? Now, this isn't Rapunzel. It's not how far can you extend your hair. It's how far can you extend your care. Do you just care about me? Or maybe just you and yours, your family, your tribe, your race, your country, your tradition? Maybe to all humans? Maybe to all living beings on the world and the ecosystem and other animals? Maybe to everything in the entire cosmos? How far you're able to extend your care is going to limit your moral expression in the world. Next meme. The sun doesn't give daylight, it produces air, ether, to produce daylight. The moon doesn't give moonlight, it processes the ether to produce darkness. They both emit waves which interact with our atmosphere to produce the light or darkness in our immediate atmosphere when they traverse above us. Daylight is manufactured as the sun passes over. Darkness is manufactured as the moon passes over. My theory, based upon connecting bunches of dots and quantum physics, is outside the box thinking, and there is a lot more to it, which eventually ends up with how our DNA functions, but that is an awful lot of typing. Ugh. Fractal wrongness. That's kind of a funny idea. You are not merely wrong. You are wrong at every conceivable level of resolution. Zooming in on any point in your worldview reveals just as much wrongness as in your entire worldview. So much for a partial truth, huh? In Wilber's like Oprah, you get a partial truth, and you get a partial truth, and you get a partial truth. Everyone's partially right. No one can be 100% wrong all the time. You're all partially right. Did you by chance yet have an opportunity to check out our integral review live on either Ken Wilber's version of Free Will or on the Žižek Jordan Peterson debate? I hope so. Where are these Marxists? Well, it depends on what exactly you mean by where. Next team, Jordan Peterson. Literally anything. It's Marxist. Why? When your definition of Marxism is anything that defines himself in opposition or has a victim mentality, then even being a Christian makes you a Marxist.
I'm a Christian and a Marxist, and I don't know anything about Christianity or Marxism.
Next meme. This is the last meme. Look at this awesome Fear and Loathing meme. Road tripping. Me road tripping my way to the New Year's gathering. Brothers and sisters, I'm having a New Year's gathering for my community and you're invited. Go to the I Am David Long Friends and Fans group and find out more information. It's going to be right here in Fayetteville, Arkansas, and I would love to see your beautiful faces.
And now, you are so freaking lucky to get a bonus meme!
Bonus meme.
So recently, Alyosha and I did a podcast about Ken Wilber and his understanding, or lack thereof, of free will. And in the beginning, we talked about how there was a big paywall around the Integral Life site, and how you couldn't actually listen to the whole talk. Hey, we built this paywall to keep the poor people out. That's right, pay up or keep out. We got the best ideas back here. The best freaking ideas. Someone complained about this in the comments, and I was like, well, you know, a lot of people can't afford to get Integral Life. It sucks that it's behind this paywall and that there's all this good information, people don't have access to it. And he's like, psh, paywall no more. I will cover anybody who can't afford it. So I posted around this guy in the different Integral sites that if you can't afford it, that he would take care of it, because that's what he offered. And I asked him if he was sure, and he said yes, okay. So then the next day, Corey came out with this long post about how if anybody can't afford it, that they can message him personally and he will decide whether you qualify to get it for free or for a lower price or not, or whatever. He said that if you genuinely can't afford it and you tell him what your situation is, then maybe he'll work something out for you. I personally think maybe something like a name your own price option would be good, but it's really up to them. But seriously though, you can go and you can plead your case to Corey, and maybe he will let you in, you know, sneak you across the border. Seriously, Corey, if you're watching this, I can't afford Integral Life. So if you could help me out, I sincerely don't have enough money to even pay my rent this month. I'm not sure exactly what I'm gonna do. I don't have an extra $15 for Integral Life. Support me on Patreon. So I sincerely don't know what I'm gonna do, and I'm really poor, and I could really use the free membership. So if you're watching this, maybe let me across the border, sneak me in there, and hey, if you're poor and you can't afford it, hit up Corey. Maybe he'll let you in.
That is it for the meme review, the Integral Meme Review. We reviewed these memes. I hope you enjoyed it. Thanks so much for watching. Make sure you like and subscribe. Support me on Patreon. Buy the merch. You know you want to. Every integralist has got to want this merch. Thanks so much to all my current Patreons who are already patronizing. Your support is much appreciated. Much love. Thank you so much. I'll see you next time. Peace!